welcome to another episode of Exotic Flavors. If you're new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe, and that's because we've got loads of amazing and wonderful recipes and we do not want you to miss out. So today I'll be showing you how to make crispy calamari rings. Calamari basically is made out of squid. And why don't you come closer? Let's talk about the ingredients. Here we've got the calamari rings. You could use the fresh or the frozen one. It really doesn't matter. And the seasoning depends on you. I like it full of flavor. So in here we have got some paprika, and next to it I've got white onion, garlic, white pepper, and if you want to give it a kick, you can use some chili powder. There I have got some seasoning granules and a pinch of salt. Over here we have some flour. It is plain flour. I have seasoned the flour very lightly with a bit of salt, a bit of paprika, and some white pepper. We've also got some beaten eggs, and lastly breadcrumbs. You could use whatever breadcrumbs you like. However, I would recommend Panko breadcrumbs. The results are phenomenal. So right now I am just putting the seasoning on the calamari. I'm gonna mix it up properly and then leave it for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. Just leave it to marinate. You could equally leave it to marinate overnight. If you've got more time, that's fine. So when I do this, in a bowl and in the fridge. Always marinate your calamari rings. I have seen some people just marinate the flour, but I would highly advise you to marinate your calamari rings. It makes a big difference when you do that. So the main seasoning should go onto the calamari rings, and then you could lightly season your flour. So that's what it should look like. When I take it out of the fridge, the next step will be to rub it into some flour. Next, egg wash, and then breadcrumbs. I'll see you then and show you exactly what I mean. Thank you. So our calamari rings are well seasoned. I left it to marinate for an hour, and the next thing is flour, egg wash, and breadcrumbs. So you take one calamari ring, give it a good roll into the flour like that, then an egg wash. Let every excess drop out, and breadcrumbs. I like to use my dry hand to cover it with breadcrumbs. And that's what you get. You keep it to one side. You get another one, flour, egg wash, let any excess drip out, and then breadcrumbs. Now I use my dry hand and cover it well with breadcrumbs. There are different ways you could cook calamari rings or calamari, but I noticed that this is the most delicious form or way you can enjoy your calamari rings. It is something that can be quite delicate to cook. If you get the timing wrong, then you can overcook it and it will be very rubbery. I really didn't like calamari before, but when I discovered this crispy method, that was my own breakthrough. I haven't stopped making it since then. And at home, it is a winner. You try it and you see. Another thing you can do to save you time is to put a good quantity of the calamari rings into the flour and give it a good rub, just like I have done. And then you continue with the process of egg wash and then breadcrumbs. I have tried to do the same thing with the egg wash and the breadcrumbs, but I noticed that it didn't really coat the calamari rings. The breadcrumbs was not well coated onto the rings. So when I get to the stage, I don't mind doing it one by one. So here you go, your calamari rings all nicely covered and ready to be fried. I've had my oil on the fire. I think it should be ready now for frying. So I'll just check and see if my oil is ready. And yes, it is ready. Can you see the bubbles around my skewer? That is a way to show you that your oil is ready. Some people would use onion, but if you don't want to flavor your oil, like I don't want that now, then you just use the skewer. It doesn't take long to fry this. As soon as it is golden brown, you know it's ready. And another thing, you do not want to overcrowd your pot. So just put enough for them to breathe. I think I can squeeze in 1 little one. Yeah, that's fine. It's just a medium heat, really. It's not too hot because you don't want it to go brown without it cooking through. And another thing, you don't want it too low, otherwise it's going to absorb oil. We want it nice and crispy. So we're nearly there. You can just get it out and then put the next set in. Nice and golden brown, that's what you're looking for. See that? This stuff is amazing, guys, honestly. Ooh, if you're a seafood person, you want to try this recipe. Now guys, we've come to the end of the journey. As you can see, we've got the most amazing and attractive and delicious crispy calamari rings. You need to try this recipe and I hope you love it. If you are somebody who loves seafood, say prawns, then you would definitely love this one. Before, I used to think crispy butterfly prawns was the ultimate. But when I tried these, I realized that they were both very close. I hope you love this recipe. And if you try it, do let us know. You take care, love you, and see you again. Bye.